Hey everyone, what's happening? I need to get better at my whoa. That is whoa, isn't it? Yeah. So, for today's video, we're going to be teaching you how to edit your videos for Instagram, YouTube, whatever. For today's one, I'm only going to do an Instagram one just for the purpose of the length of the video. But we're going through basically what program I use, what camera I use, what laptop I use, how to do everything to do editing, basically. So yeah, so if you want to learn how to do your videos, then you're not allowed to watch until you like this video and subscribe to my channel. But I'm only joking. If you want to learn how to edit your videos and make them a little bit more pro, even though I'm not saying mine are pro because some of mine are shy. Yeah, so if you want to learn how to edit your videos, then keep on watching. Make sure you like my video and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, so the program that I do use on my Mac, I have a Mac InShot. It's not an Air basically, it's desktop. It's the other one. It's quite an old version. Now to be fair, I actually am in need of getting a new laptop. I need an upgrade of it because mine's a bit crap, but I use Mac software basically. The software that I use to edit my videos is Final Cut Pro, but what I'm going to tell you now is something that it took me a very long time to figure out. I mean, like hours. Such an itch in my nose. Ah! Hay fever's hitting me bad. Yeah, like I was saying, that it took me hours to figure out how to do this, right? But basically, I have Final Cut Pro for free, right? But it's not the full version of it. The version I have is like 10.4 or something like that. Let me just double check and I'll put it here for you. But yeah, it's not the full effect, but it still actually is really good. It's a little bit better than using iMovies. iMovie is another free app that you can use. You can use this on your phone and you can use it on the laptop. Only obviously Apple software you'll be able to use on your laptop. But yeah, iMovie works very good. It's very good for beginners, but I'm going to show you a different way to kind of upgrade your videos and make them look a little bit better than iMovie, sorry. And yeah, so I use Final Cut Pro. Can't recommend it enough if you're gonna actually buy it, because if you want you can try and figure out how I did it, but I did this years ago, so I actually have no idea how I did it. But I end up finding it, I end up downloading it through like Google Chrome and this pirate site, and I don't bloody know, I just did it anyway, and I'm very lucky to say that I do have Final Cut Pro. But there's another thing, right? So I'm going to tell you this little secret, but my laptop wasn't up to date, so I actually can't actually buy Final Cut Pro. I have no idea. I need to go to like a wizard laptop guy and to figure out why this doesn't happen. But I've heard that if you download Final Cut Pro, they give you 30 days for free. So what I heard that you can actually do, which is actually very genius in my eyes, is that so when you get to the 30 days, apparently you can program your laptop to make it a different date. So if you program your laptop every month to a month before, it means that you constantly have the Final Cut Pro all the time for free, so you don't actually have to pay for it, so the money doesn't get taken out. Now don't quote me on this, I don't know, but this is just from research over the years that I've seen a couple of people that have said to try it. I say if you use like a card that doesn't have that much money in it, then give it a bash. But yeah, you can get Final Cut Pro for free, but you have to keep pushing it back the date. It's a bit annoying, and sometimes you might forget unless you put a reminder on your phone or something. But yeah, I'm rambling. But yeah, Final Cut Pro, definitely worth it. If you're not going to get it for free, I think it's about €200 for the software, but it's amazing. It's really good. So yeah, I'm going to show you all the editing now. Okay, I'm recording on my phone first because I obviously want to show you the camera. The camera that I use is a Canon G7X Mark II, and I genuinely cannot recommend this camera enough. I'm going to actually do a video properly on what like the beneficials of having this camera is, and like why it's better than my other camera, and the difference between the two of them, and obviously the pricing is a lot different. But yeah, this is the camera that I use, and then I will upload a video about more details about this camera. So I was recording this, and then I take out the memory card. So the memory card is just in here. This is the memory card I use. It's actually only 32 gig, and I actually do need to get a bigger one just to hold more videos, so that means I can record a lot more. But for the minute it does alright, but that's what came with the camera. But yeah, so what you do is I pop it in here. You can either keep it in the camera and then just wire it up to the laptop, but this is what I do. So when that comes in here, it goes straight to your photos. Okay, so we're on to my camera now. But this is what happens when all your videos then eventually save to your gallery. So then what you want to do is your videos won't actually upload onto your software device, onto your editing device, whatever you use. I use Final Cut Pro, or you could use iMovie. So what you need to do is you need to highlight all of your videos, and then you make a little folder. So I already have my folder, which is called Insta Brown, because this is what it's going to be. Just name it whatever you want. So then after you do that, you drag over all your videos and then just pop it in there. So obviously I have all that done, so this is what it'll turn out. So this is going to be my folder. It's so important to save your videos to your desktop and not work from your memory card, because if something does happen, it's always saved to your computer, so nothing will ever happen. Valid point. So next what you want to do is you want to get up your Final Cut Pro. This is what I'm using. So I'm going to click into File, press New, and then press New Project. So this is going to make a new file for what I'm going to be editing, and then you just name it. So I'm just going to name it Insta Brown, and then this is your new folder. So what you do is this is going to be your folder, and then you want to transfer all the files over. So you highlight everything and then just move it over like this. Oh, I don't have enough storage, 2 minutes. So yeah, sorry about that, I didn't have enough storage. My laptop just has like literally no bleeding memory at all. So yeah, like I was saying, was you highlight everything and then you just drag it in here, and then this is how you're going to start your editing. Okay, since it's going to be for an Instagram video, I'm going to make sure that everything is all silent in it. So what you want to first of all do is to do it a lot quicker. If you just press Command and A, it'll highlight every single clip. Or if you want, you could just like hold it and then go through all of it, which is a lot quicker. So we want to silence everything. So what you have to do is you need to get rid of the audio out of it. So if you click into Clip, and then you see Detach Audio. So after you detach it, I'm going to go down to the very end, because I know that I do start talking in it. Yeah, so this is the part that I want to keep the audio in. So what I do is I highlight only the audio part, and then I go right to the very top, and then I press the backspace, because backspace means that it deletes, and then all that is gone, so your whole video is muted. So now this little bit is just kind of like preference. So like I'm gonna just start the video off with like some fun little clips of me being like, woo, look at me. And then you have to split it. How to split it is you press Command here and then B, and then when you split it, you can see that you're able to move this part out. So when you're splitting something, it means that you want to cut the video up until this little area. So all this is just me trying to find the product and trying to make a focus on camera. So as soon as I delete that little split that I clipped in, you'll see that it just goes straight into the part I want. So I don't want the part of me showing the hand. So I just move straight up to there, and then I split that little bit again, and then I cut it. So cutting it means that you delete it basically. So I'll just show you at the very beginning what it looks like. So space button means play. So you go kapow, kapow, and then it goes straight into that. So I don't want obviously this to be too long, so I split that. So splitting it means that you have that little section. That little section is okay to be in the video. So then the rest, so you can see that I'm just like looking for a way to get the video to edit. So I'm gonna split this little part, because there's no need to have that. And then this little bit, I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. I'm gonna split this. Sorry if this is a bit too like technical for you. Like I've been learning this for a very long time. Like I've been literally learning this for years. So to me, I'm just like really quick at it now, but I know it will take a little bit of use to off anyone that is beginning. But if you want to speed it up, you go into this little section, and then this says fast or slow. So this is able to make the video fast or slow, but usually if it's just like make a video like this, I only do it by like 2, unless I'm doing like maybe like eyeliner, because eyeliner obviously takes a little bit longer. I would speed it up to about nearly 4 times. So then when you watch it, it goes Speedy Gonzalez like that. That is like, I'm just gonna go over like the simple bits just again, just so you know. So you can see up to here that I don't want this bit in the video. So I'm gonna split it. So then you just delete that little part that you don't want there. And then you can see that it's just here, so it does the speed, and then it goes straight into showing off the product. So I'm gonna go back and then split that little bit because I know that I want that little clip. And then I'm gonna show what the actual color looks like without my hand in it. Click it off and then Command and delete, and then you'll watch it again. So this is what I mean, that editing takes so long because you're constantly rewatching your clips all the time. So there you go, and then straight into that. And then split that again because we want to keep that little part. So you can see at the very beginning, this is our little bit. So when you use your mouse, it just like kind of speeds it up just to see what you have already done. And then this is like the little fast bit that we put in. And then this is that other little bit. Then I want to quickly show, I'm not actually going to use it in this video, but I want to show you how I do my little zoom, because like I find that quite funny when you're watching a YouTube video. Yeah, so I know that a lot of people like when I do the little zoom, because personally I actually love when I zoom in on videos because I just think it makes them look really, really funny. So let's just take this little clip, right? So what you want to do is you want to split it. So I want to just show you exactly like, I want to just explain that splitting always means that you're going to keep that little thing. So if you want to make that just one little section of your video more faster or slower, or you want to make it a different color like black and white, or if you want to like zoom in like what I'm going to show you, this is exactly how you do it. So to zoom in, all you have to do is basically crop it. So when you go into this bit, it shows you how to crop. So this says trim. You don't want to do trim because when it trims, it leaves a black area around it, so it actually only trims off the area that you want, so it doesn't actually zoom in. So you have to make sure that you press crop instead of trim. So when you crop it, all you do is you crop it into place that you want it to be. So that's just, I always do it as zoomed in as I can because I just think it's absolutely gas. So when you do that, you just say yeah, and then when you rewatch it, it just goes haha. So obviously that bit isn't funny, but you know what I mean. In most of my YouTube videos, that's what I do. So I'm gonna just like delete that part. So I want to show you as well how to undo something if you do mess up. So what you do is you press Command and Z. So Command and Z does undo. So if I'm pressing my Command and Z, it's just gonna get rid of that area. It's gonna get rid of that crop that I just did that I don't want. So that's just another important thing to remember, that there is an area that you can do is undo. Okay, so it's a bit undecisive whether I want to have this as an audio or just to have music in the background, but I want to show you how to add an audio into it. So basically like you speaking over the video. Sorry, not audio, I meant to say voiceover. So what you do is you click into Windows, that is just at the top there, and then you scroll down to record voiceover. When you record a voiceover, this little like record button will come up. So what you do is you find the section that you want to record your voiceover. So I'm gonna start from there, and then what I do, it gives you about 3 seconds to start your voice recording. So you press, so it goes 3, 2, 1. Hey, we're gonna record a voiceover, what's up? And then you just press stop. So how I press stop was just the space button, but obviously you can just use it there. I would actually say to use the space button because it's actually a lot more quieter. When you use the mouse, it makes a clicking noise, so you can actually hear when you press click at the very end. So yeah, I'd use the space button, but just try and do it really lightly. And all I'm gonna say is voiceovers are not my favorite, and yeah, it's a lot of effort. But yeah, let's just listen back onto that. So I'm just gonna put the volume up. Hey, we're gonna record a voiceover, what's up? Yeah. Now I'm going to show you how to add text into your video. So this is the reason why Final Cut Pro is actually a really good program to have than iMovies, because you have a little bit more of an option of what type of writing that you'd like. So your writing is always going to be here anyway, but if it's not there, you just go into the T, which means text, and then you just go into all of them. So if you want just basic one, I always go for just basic title, and then all you do is you just pull it over. And then when you click onto it, up in this little section here, this is the text. So then you just write in, I'm just gonna say contour nose. So you can see that this is where it's going to be written, and then you can actually have it in whatever style that you want. So you can either do in 3D or 2D. Obviously 2D is a lot better for when you're doing videos. I just prefer, because 3D kind of can affect the the quality of your video and the speed of it kind of slows it down. But this is the one what I really like, is this one down here. I just like the spacing in it for some reason. So see the way it looks like this. So if you want, you can pull this down, and then you can obviously put up the size to whatever way you want. You can change the color of it. So if you click into face, so the face is basically like the face of the title basically. So if you click into color, and then you can just literally pick whatever color that you like. So another thing that I want to show you, because then I actually have to edit the video, you can actually change up the color of, so say if you're feeling like you look a little bit orange in your video, because before I bought my new lighting, which is the Glam Gel, which is amazing, I'll link it down below, and before I bought that, I've noticed that in my videos I kind of start to look a little bit orange in certain areas, because the way my lighting is, it's very, very yellow. So if I get a video, if I have a video of me being really low back, I'll try to find something. So if you can see in the background here, I look extremely like yellowy orange. Just in certain times of the video, I can look a little bit orange, which really irritates me. Like, it should always just be real nice and white balanced. So if you do want to do that, change it up a little bit, this is how you do it. So if you click into this little area here, and then you go into show color board, this little area comes up. So if any of you know on Instagram and stuff, this is kind of like how you'll know how to do like your saturation. So saturation will make you a little bit more orange, or it can like tone down the colors, and then exposure will make the video either brighter or darker. So say if I want to make myself a little bit more orange, like you can see the video has just gone a lot more orange, or you can pull it down there and then it goes into a grayscale. So sometimes grayscale can be really funny in videos if you're trying to make something real sad. So if you put in like sad music in the background and make it go grey, and then it just kind of, it makes the video just a little bit more appealing to watch. So say if I want to just make myself just a tiny bit less orange, I just put it down a tinchy bit. Or if I want to make the video a little bit brighter, I can just go back and forth like that. So it's just like a little bit more of an advanced type of program to do, or even in the end you can make it a little bit more faded in there as well. It's a very good program. Like, I'm just going to show you, if you do have it and you don't know how to use some of these little parts, then yeah, there it is. Okay, this is only a new little this is only a new thing that I've actually started to use, because I don't know why, I just always used to be too quick with my editing, and then didn't take the time to actually be like, oh, there's actually some really good effects that you can do on it. So if you go into this little section here, and then you scroll right down, this affects the audio of your speaking. So let me just get up me speaking. I'm gonna just put my audio as this, right? So you can actually make your voice sound like really, really funny if you want. So you can do high pitched. So if you want it to be high pitched, I always put high pitched on if I'm like slagging myself off, you know, if I'm like, oh, I'm a typical white girl going and getting like Starbucks, you know what I mean? Just something funny. So if I did that on this, yeah, so I'm gonna use actually helium instead. So if I want to do that, make my voice a little more high pitched, you'll hear it now.
A couple of days ago I posted about my nose crack.
So you'll notice that a lot of YouTubers use that if they're doing like something funny. If you want to make the video a bit more funny, it's just like a little bit fun. Or there's actually an alien one in here that is actually quite funny. Yeah, so alien. So if you just drag it on, sorry, I'm not even showing you how to do it. So if you just drag it onto this, it'll change up the audio.
So I got that in here on top of that. So if you want to see how I did this,
it's just a bit of fun, you know what I mean? So if you want to make your video a bit more funnier, so you know some people do, yeah, so this little section is going to be able to change up any sort of effect that you want to put on your video, whether you want to just like put like a bit of like a different kind of vibe to it, whether you want it in black and white like that. And then my favorite one that I use the majority of the time, which I've only actually started to using, is fisheye, because it's just really funny. So you'll notice that a lot of YouTubers use so yeah, that's just a funny one. Yeah, that honestly just makes me laugh so much. So that's actually one of my favorite ones. Another one that I do like to use as well is if I started off a video and I want to kind of have like a bit of a cool effect, would be this one. So it kind of makes everything else around it like circly blurred. So if I starting off a video, I could start something like that. Okay, that's kind of the key thing for editing your video, okay? So another thing actually I just completely forgot to mention was you can actually just pull your video like this if you want to crop it anyway. So instead of doing the split, I don't know why I forgot to do that, I never really do it. I usually just crop it because I just think it's quicker. But yeah. Let's go and show you how to put music on your video. So to put music on your video, you need to go into YouTube. And you always have to make sure that your music is non-copyrighted. So non-copyright music for background, right? So this is going to take you the longest to try and find a good song. So I'm just going to show you, like, let's say for example this song, okay? You know that when you have this song that YouTube is not going to take off your audio, or Instagram isn't going to take off your audio. So always go for this. Don't ever like speed up a song that's like in at the minute, because at the end of the day you're gonna just it's just a waste of time, and then by the time they actually do finish editing and then actually upload it, and then for it to be taken off because of the copyright, so it's just not worth it at all. I've done it loads of times and it's just an absolute waste of time. I'm telling you about my experiences just to avoid any of that for yourself. So yeah, let's just say this song, okay? Even though I'm not going to pick this song. So yeah. It is actually pretty cute. I would probably use this on one of my vlogs. It's quite a good song. So what you do is you copy the URL, is it? I don't know. You copy the link basically. And then to download songs, I use MP3 converter. So when you click into this and you go into YouTube, MP3 converter. So this is what will come up for yourself. So it'll say copy in the URL, so you already had that copied. So you put that in and then convert it, and then you press download, and then you just press save, and then it'll download. Obviously always exit off this because that's all viruses. So then when it's downloaded, it'll open up by itself. At the minute my iTunes is just being is updating, but it will open up on iTunes and it'll play for you straight away. Okay, my iTunes has been a bit of a DICK. I'm just going to show you the other songs that I do have. So this is like one of the songs that I do have, so let's just pretend that we're going to use that, okay? Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to highlight your song that you want, and then you just drag it over here, and then you obviously move it up to the very beginning, and then when you press play, you have all your music in the background. Okay, I'm gonna finish off editing this, and then I will get back to you and let you know if I did miss anything. But yeah, I'm gonna be back now in 2 minutes. Okay, so we finished finally. So I finally found a really good song, and there's just one little thing that I wanted to show you is at the end of your video, which I just personally just like to do, is it kind of lowers the music down so it doesn't just like completely cut off straight away. So can you see that little middle part? When you drag it like this, you can see that it kind of goes in a lower. So basically what that means is that the volume of it's gonna like slowly die down. It's just a little like effect that I just like to use, just so you'll probably listen now. I'll put it up. So it just ends a little bit nicer than just like the music just cuts off completely. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything that turned out. So what I'm gonna do is save it. So what you do is you go over to this little section here, and then you press as master file. Always don't ever use anything else, or I'm not sure if the YouTube part actually works. I just never do that. I just prefer to save it to my laptop in general. So make sure you press master file, and then all you gotta do is, so these are just all the settings that I originally already had it on. I actually haven't a clue about any of these, to be fair, but make sure you obviously master in video and audio, not just the video, because that would just be a waste of time. So then you just press next, and then you just save it, and then it'll just automatically save itself. Okay, so it's now officially saved to my desktop. So how I convert it over to my phone, mine's a bit backwards because I need to get my laptop updated because it's absolutely shite, and I sometimes want to throw it in the bin because it's just absolutely shite. So I can only send it through iMessage, and I know that it kind of gets rid of a good bit of the quality, but there's another way of doing it through iTunes. But like I said, my iTunes is just a bit all over the place on this, so it actually doesn't work. If anyone else has another suggestion of how I can get something from my laptop straight to my phone, could you please put it in the comments, because I've googled everything and just nothing else works. So what I do is I go into here, and then I just go into iMessage, and then I just always just send it to Luke. So I just click on Luke's name and then send it off to him. And then what happens is when I iMessage it to him, in our iMessages on our phone, it actually comes into my phone. But like I said, iTunes is so much better than doing this because the quality does go a little bit down on it. But if I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, I never have any issues with doing stuff like this. I'm gonna swap over to my phone now and I'll show you how I crop it and do all my other little bits to get it ready for Instagram. Okay, so now we're back. So now I'm going to show you how to crop your video into the size for IGTV or whether it's just for Instagram post if it's obviously under 1 minute. So yeah, you've already seen me send my video to Luke through iMessage, and like I said, I need to actually upgrade on that idea because it's not very good. But yeah, however, this is exactly what I do. So I'm going to pop up a screen record on my phone over here. So yeah, you can see that this is the video. These are all other videos, obviously. So if you click into it, you'll be able to see there's your video all there. Now I will say that if you're going to do something that is over 3 minutes long, sending through iMessage, the quality is absolutely awful. So the other thing that I do is I crop all my videos. So I crop them into like 2.5 to 3 minutes, and then I combine them all together on my phone. It's a bit complicated, but this is what I have to do because my iTunes doesn't work properly. But anyway, so we have the video here. Like you can see that it's all fine. So what you want to do is you want to save the video. And then, so next thing that we're gonna do is, so make sure you go in and make sure that it actually is saved, and you can see it there. So what app we're gonna be using is InShot. InShot is an app that you have to pay for. I think it's only about €2 to €3. It's no more than €5, I know that for a fact. And what InShot is, this is not the premium one. If you wanna get the premium one, I think it's like €12 or something like that, but this one works fine without the premium. It's only unless you don't have a laptop and you want to do all your editing through InShot, then yeah, you can use this. So this app is really good if nobody has Final Cut Pro, they don't have a camera, or if they have a camera they can send all to the thing. You can actually use it as an app. You don't actually need Final Cut Pro, but it's a bit complicated like with finger wise and stuff. I just think for a precision of your editing, having a laptop and a program on your laptop is a lot easier. But yeah, InShot is amazing. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your video and then you press new, and then you grab your video and then you say yes, that's the one that you want to upload, and then you can see it here. Okay, so this is the fun thing that I like about InShot, is that see the way you can see all the blur in the background. That's what I really like about some of the videos that come up. So instead of having it too full IGTV, as in IGTV is very long, this one you can actually crop it into making sure that you have everything in it. So what you do is you go into Canvas, and then IGTV is a 9:16. So what you do is you zoom into as far as you'd like. So I always like to keep a tiny bit of the blur at the end because I like to put my name in there, so in case it gets reshared that people can see your name and they can follow you somewhere, okay? But if you want to just make it just for Instagram, this is the other size. So if you want it a bit bigger or that size, so that's only for Instagram, so you can see it's nice and square. But if it's for IGTV, you have to make sure of that. So you can see if you have it fully zoomed in, you can see that some of the stuff gets cut off, so you're not able to see all of it. It's too zoomed in my eyes, so I like to make sure that I have a little bit out. So yeah, so then next thing that you want to do is add your text. So I obviously put my name, so I put my Instagram handle there, so Naomi Cormack, and I like to pull it down to here. I actually like this font because it's nice and spaced out. Yeah, it's actually a really nice font. So yeah, and then you want to make sure that it's always true the whole of the video, not only at the start, because say if someone like starts watching your video and then halfway they're like, oh, I actually want to follow this person, make sure that's always on this. So what you do is you just pull it all the way to the end of here. And yeah, so if you actually want to use InShot, it's actually amazing for putting effects on your stuff. So what I like to do is usually at the end when I'm like finished and I want to like show off like doing all my poses and stuff, you know, I use this effect. So you go into filter and then you go into effect and the glitch. So this is the difference between the premium and then just a normal app that you pay only like a small amount for, is you could use all these, see the way it says unlock for pro features like So yeah, I use the glitch a lot. So see the way it just kind of looks a bit funky. Or you could use this one as well. They've got a zoom in one as well. That's all for free. No, these ones aren't. That's free. The flip and the mirror is free as well. And this one sometimes I use for fashion stuff. So you know, at the very beginning of a fashion, you can like put your name and stuff in through there. So yeah, that's a really good one. And you can obviously, no, you can't do blur actually, and you can do neon. So yeah, so the glitch one is kind of my favorite one. So when you do that, if you don't want the glitch to be too long, I kind of like to only have the glitch for a few seconds. Not even a few seconds, maybe like a second. So you just pull it inwards. So it's a really easy program. It's very similar to iMovies in a way, but it's just a little bit more high tech in my eyes for iMovies. Yeah, so yeah, and another thing that I really enjoy about this app is, say if I missed out on something when I was editing on my laptop about the lighting looking a bit funny, you can actually filter up the lighting. So you can just go into adjust and see the way you can use like the warmth, saturation. You can put a nice fade on it, and you can put a nice hue, or you can sharpen it up. I actually do like using sharp a lot. Or you can actually put grain on it as well. So like, you know, you could have that at the very beginning of your video. Like say if you're doing like an old-fashioned video, maybe like a glam 50s look or something, like you could have that at the very beginning of showing off the look, or at the very end. So yeah, there's just all like, it's all like playing around with stuff, and like it's all about playing around and seeing what suits you and what's like your style. And yeah, but then that's just basically what I do. So after that, you just click into here and then you press save, and then it takes a couple of seconds. Probably, I say it takes, it depends on obviously the length of the video, but usually it takes maybe like a minute or 2 minutes, but you have to make sure you don't log off it. And then yeah, then you upload it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I know this is like an extremely long video. I'm very apologetic about that, but I wanted to make sure that I got in every single step of how I edit. And yeah, at least then now I don't have to update you all, because this is how my editing is. And if it does change in the next couple of weeks, months, whatever, I will definitely make a new video. But yeah, make sure that you comment below and let me know how you found this video, and if you found it interesting, and if it helped you. And follow me on my social media handles, they're all here. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!